Hi, my name is Tim Oust. I'm one of the elders here at Fremont, and I'm so glad you could join me today for our devotion on Acts chapter 7. I first moved here to Sacramento 15 years ago. Back then, I wore glasses. I was nearsighted, and I could see great up close. I just had a hard time seeing in the distance. But since then, I've had my vision corrected, so I don't need to wear glasses anymore. In our beautiful passage today, we read about the first post-resurrection martyr, Stephen, and one of the accomplices to his murder, Saul, who later became the Apostle Paul. Starting in verse 58, we read the following. And they cast Stephen out of the city and stoned him. And the witnesses laid down their clothes at the feet of a young man named Saul. And they stoned Stephen as he was calling on God and saying, Lord Jesus, receive my spirit. Then he knelt down and cried out with a loud voice, Lord, do not charge them with this sin. And when he had said this, he fell asleep. I gotta be honest, it's really easy for me to look at this account of a man who was martyred for his faith as certainly something important, yet very distant, happening 2,000 years ago in a very distant land. From my nearsighted perspective, I just don't consider that Christians today are being persecuted for their faith. Here in our Western church, we don't see it. While we might face rejection for our faith, our lives and our livelihoods really aren't at risk. But the truth is, we have a lot of Christian brothers and sisters who do face severe persecution on a daily basis. The Christian organization Open Doors reports that every day 8 Christians worldwide are killed because of their faith. And every week 182 churches are attacked. And every month 309 Christians are imprisoned unjustly. In our world today, over 260 million Christians, 260 million Christians suffer high to severe levels of persecution. Highest on this list is North Korea, followed by Afghanistan, Somalia, Libya, Pakistan, Eritrea, Sudan, Yemen, Iran, and India. Millions of Christians are found behind these numbers, and each one have their own story that includes deep suffering, but also courage and strong faith. Now, this is my challenge to myself and to you. Pray daily, pray deeply for those who are suffering because of their faith in Jesus. Pray that our vision would be global, that it would encompass the entire visible worldwide church. And pray too, not just for the persecuted, but for their persecutors as well. Remember, on the cross, Jesus said regarding those that were persecuting him, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And as Stephen was being murdered, he likewise cried out, Lord, don't charge them with this sin. And one of the persecutors that was present, Saul, eventually converted. And he spread the gospel to the known world at the time, himself dying as a martyr. So yes, pray for the conversion of the persecutors as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. May God deeply bless you.